Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. I've been gone. I have new hair again. And today I wanted to talk about a product that I recently used for the first time called Color Oops. Now, recently my hair went from gray with like dark roots, and then I put black box dye on top of that. Like it was box dye in the roots, and then it faded down into the lower part of my hair. If I can find a picture, I'll put it right here. And it made it like an ombre kind of gray tone look. I was kind of over it. I just wanted basic hair. So I took a black box dye that I had bought like 6 months ago, and I put it on my head without knowing that it was like a blue black. So my hair turned this like dark blue purplish color. And I wasn't too happy about it because I just wanted something with no fantasy color in it whatsoever. I just wanted to kind of go back to basics a little bit and give myself a hair break. But that didn't work. So I was super bummed, and I watched probably 500 videos on this product, Color Oops, all ranging from people being like, it fucked up my hair, it smells bad, so on and so forth. And I decided to grab a box of it because I was like reading the product instructions and stuff a little bit, and to me, I understood how this product worked. And the biggest thing about Color Oops that you have to realize is this color on the box that they're showing you is most likely what you're gonna get, or something very similar to this in more of an ashy tone. And as long as you're okay with that and you make sure to read the instructions, this worked out perfectly for me. I'll flash an image here of the after of what my hair looked like when I had gotten done from using Color Oops. And I was actually gonna leave it like that. But basically, the basics for this product, if you're using a direct dye like Arctic Fox or Manic Panic or something like that, Color Oops is not gonna work. It's not going to. It's not meant for those types of dyes. This is meant for box dyes, anything that has added developer into it, whether you messed up going lighter or you messed up going darker, something of that effect, or just messed up on the color, but it has to be a dye that was used with developer of some sort. Because this, what it does is it breaks up those molecules in your hair and allows you to rinse them clean. And one of the best instructions on here that I found that I didn't feel like a lot of people who I was watching the YouTube video didn't do was rinsing their hair completely thoroughly. Now, it says on the box that you need to rinse for 20 minutes, wash your hair, rinse again, wash your hair, rinse again. And anyone who came out of the shower with their hair still smelling like the Color Oops product probably didn't rinse long enough. So you really, really want to get in there, massaging the entire time, really rinsing, really massaging it in there, and making sure that you've rinsed it completely out. Because the more that you rinse, the more that that product is getting out of those molecules out of your hair. Another couple of things to point out with this, it's kind of like putting water on your hair. This isn't a thicker solution like a developer-based product would be. It's more of like spritzing your hair down with water, so it gets really fucking messy. You want to make sure that you have put down towels and you're wearing old clothes because it is really messy. Now, with this product, I got everything that I wanted out of it, and I was just gonna stay this brassy color and maybe tone it out to go blonde, but then I remembered that a friend of mine who moved away in the last 2 years, I think it was 2 years ago, something like that, she had given me a bag full of hair dye, and I was like, I wonder if there is something I can use in there to deposit a color, maybe of blonde or something like that. And I came across Satin Ultra Vivid Fashion Colors in that gift pack that she gave me. And this color is in 6N. I did a strand test down here and it turned my hair this brown color. I was so excited. It took out the brassy tones, it deposited the color, it went a little darker. I loved it. I loved it. So I ended up doing my entire head last night, and this is the closest thing to me being my natural hair color that I've been in like 10, 11, or 12 years. It's really good to kind of like be back to a natural hair color. I can't wait to send my mom a picture and show her that like, hey, my hair isn't a crazy color anymore. It's finally back to a normal color for once. And I'm really excited about it. I'm really digging being a brunette right now, and I wanted to kind of give you guys a rundown and a couple of pointers when using these products. Now, another thing to note with the color Oops, if you plan to dye your hair like I did afterwards, then you want to make sure that you're taking into consideration that your hair molecules will kind of be like, I'm not a hairdresser, I don't do hair, but in this box I read the directions and it said that your hair is more likely to consume more of the product and make a deeper, richer color after using this if you plan to do a hair dye after it. So if you're planning on going like a lighter blonde color, you want to make sure that you're going at least 2 shades lighter than the shade that you want. In my case, I wanted this brown color, and this is a color that's technically a dirty blonde. So as you can see, it went very brunette because I had opened up the hair molecule file thingies. I'm technical. I'm a professional. No, I'm not. But it just allows your hair to take dye so much easier after using a product like this. So go a couple shades lighter and it'll end up a couple shades darker after you do your hair. Another thing with this is that a lot of people say that it smells horribly bad. I really didn't notice anything different. If you're in the hair dyeing world and you're doing a lot of DIY kind of hair dye stuff, you're used to the smell of like bleach and stuff like that, which is the equivalent to this. This doesn't have bleach in it, but it still gives you that kind of smell. You know, it's a strong smell, but it's not so horrible. What I would recommend is doing this in a very well ventilated area. I'm in my office. I went ahead, opened the window, and turned on a fan. And it's not lingering here anymore. It doesn't smell. My hair, after washing it and rinsing it for the allotted time that it says on the box, I don't have that smell anymore. Obviously, I dyed my hair and everything afterwards, but even after the first round of rinsing before I had done like the strand test or dye for this, I really didn't have that smell in my hair because I rinsed it for legitimately 30 to 45 minutes. And I think that's absolutely needed for this product, unless you want your hair to still smell like that, or, you know, you want to smell like this. It doesn't smell pleasant, I'll give you that, but it's not going to be something that makes you like gag or something. It's not horrible. I really like this product. I'm gonna try giving it a go on my hair extensions because these hair extensions are human hair extensions. They have been through every dye that I have had on my actual head, so I'm thinking that they're gonna turn out very similar, if not exactly the same. They have a little blue tint to them as well. I don't know if you can see that. And I'm really excited because if they do turn out anything like this, I'll be able to have long, luscious brown hair. I'm gonna try to grow out the side shave here and see what I can do. I mean, like, if I get too angsty and it gets too puffy, I probably will shave it again, but my goal is to grow out my hair and for a moment there before I dyed it using Color Oops and using the satin hair dye, I was gonna shave my head bald. I was so close. I was like, I just want to redo. I've done that before in the past, and it's a really great option if you have really unsalvageable hair. But I've been using all natural products on my hair as of late with hair masks, and this is probably the best my hair has ever been. So I wanted to give this a try and one last ditch effort, and I really love how it turned out. The color is absolutely beautiful. It's even, it's natural looking. I think it just looks amazing, and I highly recommend this product if you use it properly and you follow the instructions. It ran me about $16 at Walgreens. I'm not sure how much the Satin Vivid Lights dyes run, but I know that you can get them at Sally Beauty Supply. They'd probably be less than $10 as well, and I used a 20 style developer with that, nothing more. Because when you're using a product like this, I don't feel like you need anything higher than 20. I probably could have got away with 10 if I wanted to make this shade any lighter, but I love the color of it. I don't hate it at all. It's been a really long time since I've seen my hair like this, so I'm really excited. But I'm probably going to show you along the way the steps for the extensions. I'm not going to film the entire process of me like putting the dye in the extensions, but I will show you. Here is the starting product of all of the extensions. I got these extensions from VP Fashion. They have been amazing. These are probably my favorite extensions I've ever gotten. They're so close to my actual hair texture, and they've been with me through everything that I've put them through. So I'm starting with the basic black. I'm gonna go in with Color Oops. I'm gonna let them sit for 20 minutes, give them an hour-long rinse. It'll be much easier to do this in the sink. And then I will see where we're at if we need to do anything different. But then I'll probably end it with the Satin Vivid, Ultra Vivid Fashion colors. So if you want to see that progression here at the end, then keep watching. Okay, so this is literally a few minutes after applying the Color Oops. I have a table that's metal here, so I don't care if the liquid of the dye gets onto the table. So I basically just laid them out, massaged it in, and this has about, I'd say, another 15 minutes left to fully develop. But as you can see, it's pretty much the same color as how my hair turned out after doing the Color Oops process. So I really think this brown is gonna turn out pretty great. I'll check back in once I've applied the brown color, but this is pretty much how they're gonna look when they're done, maybe a little bit lighter. Okay, about an hour later and my extensions are done. They turned a little darker than my natural hair. They're still a little wet, but I think they dyed pretty well. Same process. You can see they're still a little wet, so they're a little dark. But I'm gonna blow dry them a little bit more, and they should start to kind of mesh into my original hair, which is up here, obviously. And they look pretty good. Overall, even if they stay a little darker, who the f cares? I think they are the same, you know, overall color, even though they're just a little darker, and they look good. I feel really good with the hair being brown and how the extensions turned out. Oh, I'm such a fucking dork. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and have a good day. Stay spooky.